Yep. Yeah. 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 Okay. Cool, man. Well, I'm actually headed out for the day. I worked all weekend. I'm going fishing, but I'll be in touch. Let's see if we can get a meeting with those guys. Cool. Okay. I'll be back in touch. I gotta go.
Cool, man. Talk to you soon.
Yep. Bye. Oh, guys, gals, what are we doing? Are you catching this? Are you seeing what I'm up to? It is February. What day is it? 19th, 2024. This will be the earliest that I have gotten out on the bass ponds ever. I got the boat out. It's gonna be like 58 degrees. Over the weekend, I was scoping out these bass ponds that I love to fish, and for first open water of the year annually, and there's no ice. There was actually like just a little tiny bit of ice, but that's it. So I think it's gonna be super cold water. We're pushing the boat out. We're gonna be on open water. Ice fishing's pretty much over. Let's go. How'd you do? Not any? Which ones you do? Clearwater? All of them? Oh, okay. Nothing, huh? Yeah, ice just came out, so maybe it's too cold. We'll see. But okay, cool.
You actually are your feet down in the water?
Yeah, so you sit right here, and your feet are in the water. You can do the oars, but it's kind of difficult when if you just paddle around, then you can fish, you know? Huh, not as cold as I felt like it was gonna be a little colder, honestly. Okay, we're out here. We're doing it. So the water, I mean, the ice just came off the pond last week before, very early. It is super cold right now. I doubt the water is even 40 degrees. I'm gonna test out 2 different methods for how to catch early bass, early spring, like super, like ice off bass in any Colorado pond along the Front Range. And there's 2 lures we're gonna be throwing today. The first one we're gonna throw is a jerkbait Rapala X-Wrap. It's a rainbow colored, it's bright, it's flashy. There are no rainbow trout in this lake, but it doesn't matter. They just need something bright and flashy. And the second one is, sometimes the bass are still deep. So I actually, you know, a lot of people say that these bass fishermen, they think that the bass are super deep still, right after ice off and that sort of thing. That might be true in like a big body of water, but in these little tiny bodies of water, I don't think it matters. They're already kind of up next to shore feeding and stuff like that. Sure, the bait fish, the big balls bait fish are still out in the middle. And if we want to go after the ones out in the middle, then we've got this deep diver, which will get down to maybe 10 feet if we retrieve it really fast. And that's what we'll be throwing in the deep water if we can't get any action along the shores here. So with that, I'm gonna cast out for the first time on the open water 2024 season. Very excited. February 19th. Let's go. And honestly, now that I think about it, I'm probably going to just paddle all the way over to my other side, the other side of the lake here that I think that usually is the best. I think I'll cast this out, this other rod out, as soon as I get it untangled. Hit the deep water, kind of going a little bit faster as I paddle over there, but I every time I fish this pond, it seems like they are all located on the east side of the pond, up against the shallows and everything. So we'll see if they're still there this year. Last year we did pretty good, but like I said, we're just gonna cast out deep with this one, tighten it up, I guess, and just do a slow retrieve in the deeper water, and then we'll fish the shores on the way back. Feels good to be casting. We're not ice fishing, kind of over ice fishing. I've been ice fishing for 4 months, and I am genuinely ready for some bass. Pretty excited about it. I'm so unprepared to fish open water that I didn't even have my net ready. So we're fishing netless today. Okay, this side always seems to be the best. So it's nice and clear and calm right now. Got the old jerkbait on. Cast as close to shore as we can. There he is. First bass of the year, baby. Over in my corner. That's a decent fish. Nice. Get over here, buddy. Get over here. Jerkbait bass, dude. There we go. Look at that, boys and girls. On the jerkbait. Nice and slow and steady. I saw my line twitch. You're really watching that line all day, guys. Watching it. And then wham, you're on it. Thanks for playing, dude. Appreciate you. Sweet. You're on the boards, boys. Now, did I mention to you guys, I think I did, there are no rainbow trout in this lake. Yet we're using a rainbow pattern. And again, that's because I just want it to be bright and flashy. All they're really picking up anyway is the profile of this jerkbait and the dyeing action. And remember, I'm watching my line. Really watching it for if it goes taut at all. Giving it like a jerk, a dye, another jerk, dye, a couple jerks. There we go. Jeez, that took forever. That was a lot of casts to get another one. That one thing seems like a little bit longer. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Be careful now. Don't get me hooked. I don't want that. There we go. Got him, got him, got him. Another one. Yeah, that one's a little bit smaller. But hey, on the south shore. So I kind of just started moving from the east shore along the south shore here. We got another one. I think I've actually caught one there before on that same side. We'll snap a quick pick and get him back in the water. Kind of beat up. That one is kind of beat up. See you, buddy. There you go. Oop, there we go. Another one. Couldn't tell if that was a bite or what the heck it was. All right. This pocket is not bad over here. Look at this. Look at this. They are slamming it today. We've been fishing for about 2 hours now. This will be our third bass of the day. And the jerkbait is coming through big time. Nothing huge yet, but so good to be out on open water. That one is probably the prettiest one of the day, that's for sure. Nice little chunker, maybe 14, 15 inches. Nothing huge, but man, again, so good to be back out on open water. Number 3, let's get you back, buddy. See ya. Cool. Right in this little pocket here. Not a bad afternoon. I worked all weekend, guys. It is Monday, and I took the afternoon off after working all weekend, knowing that I was going to get some prime afternoon fishing. There's got to be a lunker in here, though. There's got to be something that's around 20 inches. 3's not bad, especially for opening day for us. Pretty excited to be done ice fishing for the year. I probably will do a bonus episode here and there. Stay tuned for that. Maybe some deep hikes. Deep. When the trails get a little better. And we'll try some alpine lakes. I've never ice fished before because it's usually too hard to get there in the winter. There we go. Another one in the corner here. Corners for the win today. Feels like he's getting bigger the closer he comes. Good fighters. Oh yeah, that's the biggest of the day. Oh, don't come off, don't come off. Boy, he's barely hooked. Ah, ha, ha, ha. That one's a fat one. No. Yes, that one is the fattest one of the day. Sweet. Not a tank, but they're definitely getting prettier and fatter as the afternoon goes on here. That one is a chunk, huh? Pre-spawn female, pretty much exactly what we're after here. Beautiful fish. Nice fat one. About 16. And we'll get you back, buddy. Get going. Sweet. Smacking them. The next day. And now we're going fishing in this little pond. Today is our second attempt at bass fishing on the Colorado Front Range for this spring 2024 season. I'm super excited. The first time we got out, we got 4 bass. It was fantastic. I think we were the first people to be on that little pond after the ice off. I think we're probably one of the first ones to be on this little pond after ice off. I'm gonna make a pass around the pond with a rattle trap after I try the jerk bait. I always like to start out with those red colors for it in the spring. It seems to just turn them on. Sometimes they're hitting rattle traps, sometimes they're hitting the old jerk bait, and that's the other thing we're gonna throw. We're gonna start with this one though. There's a lot of shad in this pond, and there's even some muskies, and I hope we get into some muskies. That would be sick. We're just gonna make a big lap. It's a beautiful morning. It's about 10:30 a.m. The sun is just shining on us. It's gonna be a beautiful bluebird day. No wind. And a high of like 60. Right now it's about 40 degrees. Water is cold. We literally could not have more perfect weather for this little adventure today. I have 2 smoothies, 2 protein shakes here in the boat. So we are prepared to be on these ponds all day. There's actually about 5 ponds that are all bass ponds, and they have different kind of sunfish and all kinds of stuff, but primarily people are here for largemouth bass and spotted bass. We are gonna give them heck today. Ooh, that looks so delicious. Now we're in this corner, and usually the corners of these little ponds on the north side are the warmest. So I'm always usually pretty optimistic about hitting a corner like this and pulling one out. Pulling at least one out. I'm actually surprised we have not got one yet. Been fishing for about 15 minutes. I'm telling you, the shad pattern looks delicious. Nice and flashy. These little bastards, Bill. It's been 50 minutes. Not even a bite. I'm telling you, I'm jerking real good. This bait looks delicious. What if they're out in the middle, Bill? What if they're just not even close to shallow yet? You know what would make it all worthwhile, Bill? If we snagged into a frickin' 36-inch muskie. That would be sick. That would make up for that whole hour of no fish. It takes only a couple hours to fish this little pond. Bit of weeds right there. There we go. Finally. Jeez, right by shore. Nice one too. Okay, maybe we'll just take a bathroom break and then come back. Boy, that took forever. Maybe that's what I need to do, is just cast parallel to shore. Holy cow, guys, that was literally my last cast, honestly, before I was gonna take a bathroom break and try a different pond. So maybe, I mean, that kind of showed me that, hey, they're at least willing to bite it. It's not a bad one either. It's probably 15, 16 inches. Pretty decent little bass, to be honest with you. Not bad at all. Yeah, just right parallel along the shore. Huh. I wonder if that'll be the ticket. Casting parallel. We'll have to see. That took a long time for one fish. 2 hours. Maybe they'll just turn it on now too. Who knows? 50? Yeah, maybe they wanted it to get to 50. I don't know. I don't know. Hi. All right. I was thinking I was gonna try the keep going on that pond, but I think we're actually gonna stick with what we were gonna do, which is go to this pond, which is just right next door. Pretty easy on and off. This one's about the same size, maybe a little bit bigger. And we're gonna do the same thing, except this time I think I'm gonna start with the old rattle trap, since that's what we caught a fish on. Pond number 2. First pond took about 2 hours to fish. This one is also nice and clear, not a lot of weeds. And we cast along the shore here, just like we caught that last one. in the pond next door. And I pretty much got to start reeling almost right away because this one is a little bit shallower on the edges. And there's, that feels like a fish. Yep, that's a fish. Sweet. All right. Rattle trap, look at you. Look at you crushing today. Way better. Oh yeah, that's a decent one. Oh yeah, that's a decent one. Yeah. Yeah, that's the biggest one of the season, I think. Close to it, a little football. A little angry little football. We'll take that. We'll take that all day. Good deal. Yeah, rattle trap is where it's at. Beautiful fish. Just a fat little sucker. Cool, on the boards again, boys. That's what I'm talking about. Number 2, rattle trap. You're killing it. You're the MVP today, bud. Thank you. That was an awesome one. Felt like it hit the weeds first, and I just kept plowing through them. So it's kind of funny. Like, I wonder if it doesn't matter if it hits the weeds a little bit sometimes, and maybe that was exactly the kind of action that fish wanted, you know, just a little bit different than a straight retrieve. And that's kind of what the that's maybe what the hitting the weeds did for us. It just varied our retrieve a little bit, and then we were able to catch that fish, and that was the biggest bass of the season so far. I know southern guys, if the southern guys are watching, oh, that's not a big bass. Yeah. For Colorado, that's a nice sized bass. Okay, we have the trouts, all right? You guys have the basses. We have some basses. I mean, yeah, we just don't have a lot of the basses like you do, all right? Southern guys, you goofballs, that was a good fish. That was a good fish. That made me happy. So see, guys, sometimes it takes like hours to figure them out. Find out what they're doing, find out what they want. And apparently what they want today is they want the red rattle trap. That is what they're after. How'd you do? Did ya? Nice. About the same. Kind of a slower day for some reason. Yeah. Did you just come off Clearwater? Yeah, that's where I was gonna head.
You got a lot better numbers back at that one, but
same.
It was slow. I think I got about 5 or 6 bass, 1 perch.
That's good. Nice.
All right.
Good deal, man. It's about 2 p.m. and sundown right now is about 6, so we've got a solid 4 hours if we need it. My little belly's full from those shakes. Ooh, look at that. Not only is there bass all over right here in the shallows, the panfish are already starting to go shallow. So, man, you should have to get out here one of these afternoons and go pan fishing. Okay, third pond. One of my favorite ponds, because it is the most secluded. We're gonna give the old shad wrap, the old X-Wrap, Rapala X-Wrap shad flavor the last word here. And like I said, I've already, look at this, all kinds of little, you probably can't see them, but a ton of little bluegills already, and panfish are already close and in the shallows. So that is pretty amazing. That is how warm the water is already getting. Because normally right after ice off, they just stay schooled up out in the middle. So to see them move in the shallows this early is kind of a little surprising, actually.
Many minutes later.
Do I really need to put on a freaking rainbow colored one? Oh, nope. Haha, just as I say that. Look at that, we finally got one to take. Finally, we don't need to put on a rainbow colored one. For a second I thought I did, but I don't. All right, probably the smallest one of the day, but a bass nonetheless. everybody. And we didn't have to get him even caught up in the net or anything like that. Pretty sweet, huh? This pond is crazy clear. Okay, 3 for 3, dudes. 3 for 3. 3 ponds, 3 bass. Smallest one by far on there. And hilariously enough, as soon as I started bitching about, hey guys, do I need to switch to the rainbow color? Should I switch to the rainbow color? I did not have to. There was a fish.
2 hours later.
There we go. There he is. Felt like a weed at first, but this one feels pretty good actually. Switch to the little one, and there we are, boys and girls, on the board. Good little fighter. Looks like a decent bass actually. Oh, that's a big one. Yeah, that's a nice one actually. That one's pushing 18. That one's probably a master. Sick. Sick fish. Oh yeah, that's close to a master. That is close to a master, boys and girls. Oh yeah. That one's a good one. Look at that one, huh? That one's the biggest one of the year so far, boys and girls. Get pushing 18. I bet that's close to a master angler. Not Colorado master angler is 18 inches. Beautiful fish. And he is on my sort of bump board down here. He is 18. He is 18. That is a master. That is a master. I'll show you. Here's the scale down there. That is a master bass. Beautiful looking fish. Sick. Good switch up, Lance. Good switch up. 1 hour in. Got our first fish about the same time as yesterday too, right around noon. Why I'm stating that is because I'm noticing a pattern, and I think the water is still so cold. It's probably, when we got on, it was probably just about 40 degrees. And if I look at the weather here real quick, I think the weather is probably 50 degrees, 57 actually. Warm. It seems like we need to get warmed up for these fish to start getting active. But that was a good one. That was a great fight. Yeah, so this is what I switched to. There aren't even any rainbow trout in here. I don't think it matters. It's just a nice big flashy pattern. And it's kind of a reaction bite, right? You're letting that lure die. All right, well, that is gonna do it for us. Hope you liked this episode. We got everything we wanted. We got 4 bass, and the 4th one was a frickin' giant. A master angler in Colorado, which is 18 inches. I'm happy. I'm ready to get off the lake. I have been fishing all day. I'm kind of beat. I'm kind of tired. I'm gonna go take some rest. So if you like this episode, you know what to do. Leave me a positive comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next adventure.